Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News. I'm Jasmine Lee.
And I'm Zeke Walters. The Alabama Department of Corrections had a runaway inmate that escaped from the Hamilton Work Release Center on Friday evening. Inmate Adriel Banks of 37 has been recaptured after being found at a hotel in Opelika at 10:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. A stolen vehicle that Banks used in his escape has also been returned. Banks was sentenced to 20 years for robbery in Lee County and has only served 4 of those years. Banks will now face charges for the escape.
On the night of October 28th, 2 5-year-old boys were found knocking on doors asking for food on the 300 block of Lee Road. Neighbors said that they woke up to the boys and immediately called the police. Lee County deputies responded to the call and located a trailer in a mobile home park where the boys claimed to live. The doors were wide open and there were no adults inside. It was later determined that the boys had been locked inside of a room while their mother, Jasmine Clark, and girlfriend, Brittany Minfield, went to a nightclub in Atlanta. The investigation revealed that the 2 5-year-old boys had been abused on multiple occasions, were forced to sleep on the floor of an unfurnished room without blankets, and were rarely fed or bathed. Both of the women are being held in the Lee County Detention Center with bonds of over $100,000.
Opelika police are searching for a man who purchased merchandise at a gas station with somebody else's card information. This theft occurred on October 3rd at the Marathon 280 gas station. He's described as an unknown black male. If you have any information, please contact the Opelika Police Department's Investigative Services Division at 334-705-5220. Anybody who calls the department may remain anonymous.
Voter registration has reached its highest numbers ever in Lee County. Probate Judge Bill English said that 103,353 people are registered to vote tomorrow in Lee County. This is about a 12% rise from the primary election in March to the general election tomorrow.
This election day, Eagle Eye TV will be your local leader for 2016 election coverage. Join us tomorrow as America votes to decide the future of our country. On election night, we will have live analysis, panel discussions, and reports from correspondents in key battleground states. Throughout election day, keep your eyes on us, and we will keep your eyes on the White House. Coming up, we'll hear from Caroline Scott on This Week in Auburn Entertainment. You're watching Eagle Eye TV on Channel 6.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis!
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
Hey guys, I'm Caroline Scott and this is Eagle Eye. Wait, where do I start? Hey guys, this is exciting news. Chandler Riggs, who plays Carl Grimes on AMC's Walking Dead, has been accepted into Auburn. Riggs sent out a tweet to share his excitement with his fans earlier today, saying, "Hey, I just got accepted into Auburn. War Eagle, Chandler." You've heard War Eagle, but what about War Dogs? This Wednesday, University Programs Council is presenting the movie War Dogs for their dinner and movie event. Dinner will be served before at 7 and the movie will start at 7:30. The event will be hosted in the Student Center Ballroom and the event is free for all Auburn students. Starbucks is beginning to spread holiday cheer this year with a Day of Giving. The Starbucks Share event will be this Thursday through Monday. When you buy one holiday drink, you get one free to share with your friends. There is one catch. You have to buy your drink between the hours of 2 and 5 on those afternoons. Auburn students were given an opportunity to share their competitive spirit off the field last week at the Beat Bama Blood Drive hosted by the American Red Cross. Auburn students collectively saved more than 1,000 lives through 350 blood donations. 1 pint of blood saves 3 lives. Bama will host their blood drive next week. The Sisters of Alpha Chi Omega are hoping to beat Alabama at the Iron Bowl, but not just on the field.
The Auburn and Alabama chapters of Alpha Chi Omega are facing off for Beyond the Turf, a campaign for domestic violence awareness.
This summer, the Vice President of Philanthropy for Alpha Chi Alabama contacted me with her ideas for this competition, and I loved her ideas, so from there we just worked together to sort out the details and make everything happen.
The sisters say they have been prepping to beat Alabama through benefit nights at local restaurants, philanthropy events such as Tim Tyler Tuesday, as well as a donation page online.
Winner will be announced at the Alpha Chi House in Tuscaloosa the day of the Iron Bowl, and we will post the results to our social media pages as well, so everyone can see the results. And we just look forward to seeing our sisters there and celebrating game day with them and see the results of our efforts from the semester.
Reporting for Eagle Eye TV, this is Christy Clayton.
Alpha Chi Omega will be hosting a benefit night this Wednesday, November 9th at BurgerFi. A portion of their proceeds will go to Beyond Home Turf. This past week, I had the chance to interview Miss Auburn University Brooklyn Holt and ask her a few questions to help Auburn students get to know her better.
Hello, in War Eagle, I am Brooklyn Holt, Miss Auburn University 2017. Well, I was crowned October the 8th, Miss Auburn University 2017, so I haven't been Miss Auburn University for long, but my first appearance was on Halloween downtown at Toomer's Corner with little kids, dancing with them on Toomer's Corner and handing out candy, taking pictures. So it was a lot of fun, but I just enjoyed getting to know so many young women across Auburn's campus while competing for Miss AU, and now I'm just excited to represent the university that continually invests in me. Being Miss Auburn University is something that I have dreamed of for as long as I can remember. I've been part of the Miss America organization now for 5 years, and only applying to Auburn may have been a risky move, but it just goes to show how much I love this university and how honored I am to represent it. My platform is Raise Your Voice for Children, and if you're not aware, Alabama is the highest ranked state in the nation for homeless children. So I feel as though I can use my vocal abilities and share my talents with children all across the state of Alabama, showing them through my successes the importance of turning obstacles and making them become our strengths, and just showing them the importance of an education and supplying them with the materials they need to be successful. Through my platform, I host various Raise Your Voice for Children concerts, and I've been talking with the Miss AU directors, and we think that it would be a great idea to host a Raise Your Voice for Children concert on campus, having talent all across campus come and perform and raise money for homeless shelters across the state of Alabama. I will compete in the Miss Alabama pageant the first week in June, representing Auburn University, and throughout my year, I will be representing Auburn University across Auburn's campus, throughout the community, promoting my platform and just getting to know students even better. Out of this year, I just want to be able to promote my platform across this campus, raising awareness for children all across the state of Alabama and raising funds for them and getting to know so many people across the campus that I would not have been able to get to know had I not been Miss Auburn University. I am a majorette in the Auburn University Marching Band. I also serve as a supplemental instructor and SI leader for pre-cal and lead sessions 2 nights a week. I'm part of Auburn's Honors College. That's one of my favorite things that I'm involved in on campus. I'm an honors ambassador for the Honors College. Also, I'm part of Student Eminent Society, which are the College of Liberal Arts ambassadors. I also love being a part of Lambda Sigma Honor Society and National Society of Collegiate Scholars here on campus. If you find me on campus, please come up to me and say hello, introduce yourself, and I look forward to meeting all of you and representing you as your Miss Auburn University 2017. War Eagle.
Congratulations, Brooklyn, and good luck at the Miss Alabama competition. This past Wednesday, the Chicago Cubs made history as they won the World Series for the first time since 1908 against the Cleveland Indians. Shortly after the win, Budweiser came out with a commercial that quickly went viral with Harry Carey announcing the win. The commercial was shot in Chicago featuring an Auburn graduate not 1, not 2, but 3 times. Auburn grad Brian Schultz said that when he first saw the commercial, he cried a couple of times from the joy over the win. After the commercial starring this Auburn grad, we will catch up with all things sports. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
The rest of you stay with us. The crowd quiet. Now ready. The pitch. Bouncing ball. There's a throw. He is out. must win. Santa Claus comes of the champion. The comes of the champion. Look at that mob scene. Holy cow. You talk about.
Football is hot, swimming and diving are dominating, and soccer moves to postseason. I'm Casey Cooper, and this is Eagle Eye Sports. The soccer team competed in the semifinals of the SEC Championship on Friday. The majority of the game was at a standstill at 2-1, with Arkansas having the advantage. And then in the 67th minute, Avery Batson was removed from play with a red card, leaving the Tigers to play with only 10 players the remainder of the contest. The Tigers battled hard but could not finish, and then Arkansas netted a third goal, sealing the victory for them. Auburn plays South Alabama in the NCAA tournament this Saturday. Kickoff is at 12 at the Auburn Soccer Complex. Volleyball took on the Ole Miss Rebels yesterday afternoon in a 5-set match thriller. It was a back-and-forth contest as Auburn was able to fight back and finish the match victorious. Next up for volleyball will be at Alabama on Wednesday. Early morning for football fans this past weekend, Auburn hosted Vanderbilt in Jordan-Hare Stadium for their last home SEC game.
Another close game for the Tigers. Defense really set fire when it mattered right there at the end. But one of the bigger stories coming in, right before the kickoff, news broke that John Franklin III would start the game. Sean White was banged up, however, he would start the second half, even after not practicing all week. Cameron Petway rushed for over 200 yards, which now puts him over 1,000 yards for the season. He's now Auburn's 10th running back since 2009 to rush for over 1,000 yards. Auburn had 2 touchdowns in the game, a rushing touchdown from Kerryon Johnson. He broke the line of scrimmage, that's good. And a 21-yard pass from White to Darius Slayton. Carlson made 3 of his 4 field goals today. His longest was 53 yards, and he is now Auburn's all-time leader with 61 field goals made. On the Auburn defense, linebacker Deshaun Davis was ejected at the beginning of the game on a targeting call. For the remainder of the game, the Auburn defense would allow 1 passing touchdown from the Vanderbilt offense and 3 field goals. Vanderbilt passed for over 200 yards and had over 100 rushing yards. However, in the end, the Auburn defense came up big in the final minutes. They stopped the Vanderbilt offense from scoring to tie the game. Joshua Holtze had another interception to clinch the game.
Auburn picked up their 6th straight victory and moved up to number 8 in the AP poll. And of course, tomorrow we'll find out where they'll be in the latest college football playoff rankings. Auburn now controls their own destiny in the SEC West, sitting right behind Alabama. Auburn travels to Athens this upcoming weekend for the Deep South's oldest rivalry. Kickoff against the Bulldogs is at 2:30. And if you're at this last week game, you might have noticed that there are a couple empty seats in the student section. I'm going to send it over to Zeke Walters, who's standing by with a fan who has a couple comments on that.
Thanks, Casey. I'm here with Leah Sims, an Auburn University student who recently tweeted about the ticketing policy. Now, what exactly was the passion behind this tweet?
I work up in the executive suites, and just looking down from above, it's just sad to see the student section half empty, half full, and it just, like, coming from even just like a fan or alumni and everything, it makes it look like the students aren't supportive of the football team, and having the football team just look up at the student section and see that their supporters aren't there, it's like it kind of hurts my heart that they might feel that way, or that other people look at us and see us that way.
Yeah, definitely. And I understand you actually grew up an Auburn fan, so that definitely adds to it. Now, I saw a little bit later in some of your tweets that you talked about maybe school and jobs, on-campus jobs that interfere with the game. Now, what exactly do you mean by that?
I mean, like, sometimes people, like, they have jobs that require them to be there on Saturdays, or they have tests that they need to study for. And being at Auburn, we've been taught to work hard and have pride in everything that we do. And, I mean, being a student that sometimes needs to work, you need to work hard for your grades, you need to work hard at your job. And one of my friends, he even bought tickets during the summer, and after the deadline to cancel his ticket order, he got a job that required him to be there on Saturdays. And so that way he wasn't able to go to games or anything, and with the limited amount that of tickets that you can sell, he was only able to sell four games, which most of the time people, they sell the bigger games to get more money and get some of their money back and have more students at the bigger games, which the smaller games, especially like Vanderbilt, I mean, it was still like an SEC school or whatever, and there wasn't as much support.
Definitely. Yeah, it's tough. You only have 4 years to be at Auburn to go to all these huge games, and then after that, you're into the workforce. So for work to actually be interfering with you now, that's a huge disappointment. But hey, thank you so much for being here with us, Leah, and now back to you, Casey.
Thanks, Zeke. The men and women's swimming and diving teams dominated the University of Alabama Friday afternoon. Both teams are looking to continue their dominance as they travel to Knoxville Friday to face with Tennessee in a dual match. Men's and women's basketball tips off their season this Friday in the Auburn Arena. The women will host Troy with tip-off set for 5:30, and the men will host North Florida at 8:30. Want more sports updates throughout the week? We've got you covered. Just like us on Facebook at Eagle Eye TV and catch Tiger Tally every Friday morning. Now let's catch up with Molly Vines, who will fill us in on what's going on this week in the weather.
Hey everyone, I'm Molly Vines with this week's weather forecast. So tomorrow with our schoolcast, we're going to start out in the morning with a temperature of 56 degrees, and the humidity is going to be a little high at 49%. So just be aware of that, and we're only going to go up to 69 degrees tomorrow. So you really need to stay warm if you're like me and you get cold pretty easy. And then tomorrow evening it's going to just be like 65 degrees. So just be prepared for that. This week for the 5-day forecast, on Monday we're going to start out with 76 degrees. So that's just how today is. And tomorrow it'll be 72. We're going to go up to 75, and all through the week it's going to be just sunny, gorgeous. On Friday, there's actually going to be a double header in basketball. So for Auburn sports, if you're into basketball, at 5:30, women's are going to be playing, and at 8:30, the men's will be playing. So across the country, let's just look at this real quick. In Salt Lake City, it's 65 degrees, which is a little bit cooler than compared to Auburn's 72. New York City, 66. All around the country, it's staying pretty equal everywhere. If we're looking in the state, we've got Montgomery at 75 degrees, and Columbus, Georgia is at 73, and then here's Auburn again at 72. So that's just finishing off our weekly forecast, and now let's send it to Jasmine Lee with an interview.
I'm here this evening with Harrison Evola, CEO and president of the new app, Fetch Me. So Harrison, kind of just explain to me what Fetch Me is.
Sure. So Fetch Me is an on-demand delivery company. We actually deliver anything, anywhere in Auburn in minutes. So now your buying needs aren't just limited to restaurant food. You can also get stuff like shampoo, coffee, Scantron for your tests, pet food, anything really.
That is so cool, especially for college students. So how did you come up with this idea to create an app like
Sure.
this?
So I guess I first had the idea when I was 16 really, and as I got older and older, I still found a need for a service just to get things when I wanted them. So I guess time came when I was in college, I was a senior, and I was like, either I do it or I don't do it. I decided to do it, and here I am.
Okay, cool. And you're a senior here at Auburn University,
Yes, I'm
correct?
a senior here in Auburn University, yes.
And is it hard to kind of balance the business and being in school?
A little bit, but I think just really it's about not biting off more than you can chew and just taking it day by day, really. And my major is entrepreneurship and family business, so it kind of helps prepare me for the situations that I encounter with my business and everything.
Okay, cool. And how have you seen the app grow since you created it?
It's interesting. Little by little, I can see I've been getting deliveries here and there, but it's been a slow build up to what we are now, and I'm just really happy to see where it takes me.
Okay, awesome. Well, everyone go download Fetch Me, and thank you for joining us, Harrison. Up next, we'll discover what is occurring this week many years ago. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Auburn Guides is your guide to Auburn University. You can access schedules, create your own to-do lists, interact with friends, and always get the most up-to-date information. The Auburn Guides app gives access to information on the go so you never miss out. Auburn Guides is available for free on the Play Store and Apple App Store.
And this week in Auburn history, we look back to the Auburn football jerseys that have been retired in honor of outstanding players. Jersey number 7 was in honor of Pat Sullivan, who played from 1969 to 71. But Bo Jackson, his number 34 jersey, retired after playing for Auburn from 1982 to 1986. Jackson was a two-sport star who had successful careers in the MLB and NFL. Both of these players were Heisman Trophy winners. And from 1969 to 71, Terry Beasley played for Auburn as a wide receiver and led the SEC in receptions. Beasley was drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in '72 and was elected into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2002. His jersey number is the last of the 3 that Auburn has retired.
Yeah, I think this is a great way to honor these past players for our school.
Absolutely. They've done so much for us. It's the least we can do to give back.
Agreed. And we have a tweet from Poisoning Plainsman. It says, 88 days to kick off. The one and only hashtag Auburn All-American Terry Beasley was Auburn's Wonder Boy. Hashtag God's receiver.
Yeah, Terry Beasley was an absolute stud.
And then we have another tweet from Josh Fatal, and it says, with that run through, Cameron Petway is the first Auburn player since Bo Jackson to top 150 yards in 4 straight games, 173 today.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Gus Malzahn finally has the offense clicking.
I agree on that one. If you would like to join the conversation, please use the hashtag EagleEyeTV on Instagram and Twitter. Up next, we will have more on what's taking place on Auburn's campus and across the community. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
Life hurts. That's the bottom line. Life hurts. And there are times when it hurts most. There are times when it hurts so much that we don't know if we're going to make it through or not. We need to say that in those times when trouble comes, we're talking about big-time, faith-shaking, life-rattling trouble. The kind of trouble that absolutely closes down around us like a dark night. And in that trouble, we don't always have all the answers. But we always have hope no matter what. And the hope we discovered was found in the cross of Jesus Christ. The only place we can turn when the bottom falls out of life is to the place where the Son of God gave his life for us.
Auburn residents are now under a mandatory water restriction due to the state's severe drought situation. There will be a surcharge fee for those who use more than 12,000 gallons of water per cycle. Some of the restrictions are not limited to include watering only on the days that correlate with your street address, not irrigating on Sundays and only watering between 8 at night through 8 in the morning, houses and paved surfaces to not be washed at all unless otherwise allowed to, trying not to waste water under any circumstances, and repairing water leaks in a timely manner.
Auburn University has officially completed their Poultry Research Center. The new buildings, 2 poultry research houses, and a new poultry equipment testing house were all constructed this summer and are the start of a new poultry center. The testing and evaluation house will be the nation's only facility dedicated to testing and improving farming efficiency. It has been dedicated to Charles Miller Jr., who supported the construction with a $2.5 million gift to the department.
Pushing towards making campus a safer place. This month, Auburn will be working on the addition of more blue emergency lights on campus.
In 1994, Auburn decided to set up blue light posts across campus that act as an immediate contact with 9/11 in the case of an emergency.
Student safety is a priority to SGA, and one way we do that is by holding a safety walk where we test the blue lights twice a year.
The lights have proved to be very efficient, and new ones are continually added across campus to ensure crime has dropped.
I think it is great that Auburn is expanding the technologies that we have to keep our campus safe and keep the people that are on campus safe, and using technology to provide efficient means to contact authorities.
I actually had a conversation with one of the head people of the Auburn Department of Safety here on campus, and they were talking about all their plans for increasing the police force as well as putting more blue lights out there.
Yeah.
It's really made Auburn a pretty safe place.
I think that's fantastic. There have been a lot of sexual assault cases on college campuses, and this is really helpful towards that, keeping
Absolutely.
our campus safer.
It's nice to have all the resources that you need to stay safe.
Definitely. That's all for Eagle Eye News tonight. Tune in after the show for a live look of the SGA Senate meeting. And keep up with all the latest Auburn news throughout the week by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Eagle Eye TV. I'm Jasmine Lee.
And I'm Zeke Walters. Thanks for joining us, and War Eagle.